Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. My name's Matthew and I post videos every Monday and Friday. So if you love the tingles, then hit that subscribe button because you are in the right place. Now today we are going to be looking at an unsolved case, and it's of the Beaumont Children. So this happened in 1966 at Glenelg Beach, Adelaide, Australia. So let's get into the case. Oh god, what have I done? Okay. Also, by the way, if you've got any other suggestions of cases you'd like to cover, then don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below, because this is the last suggested case that I've got on my list, so it'll be then down to me of cases, so drop your suggestions in on cases you would like to hear about. So on Australia Day, 26th of January 1966, the three Beaumont children, Jane, Anna, and Grant, aged 9, 7, and 4, left their family home in Somerton, Adelaide, and rode the bus for 5 minutes to the nearby Glenelg Beach. In the 1960s, it was commonplace for Australian children to roam the suburbs unsupervised. The children never returned home that day. An ongoing investigation and multiple major searches over more than 5 decades have failed to find any trace of them. Their disappearance is one of Australia's most notorious cold cases. That's mad. So, Australia Day 1966. It was a hot summer's day. Noisy. A hot summer's day in Glenelg Beach. The foreshore and surrounding suburbs were busy with people. The Beaumont children caught the bus to Glenelg to spend the day at the beach. The bus driver remembered picking them up. It was only a short drive from their home. Throughout the day, at least 4 eyewitnesses saw the children playing under the sprinklers at the Collie Reserve and on the beach's foreshore. They were also seen buying treats at Wenzel's Cake Shop around lunchtime. This was the last credible sighting of them. Oh god. Law enforcement and volunteers from the community conducted extensive searches of the beach, suburbs, and surrounding areas for days, months, and years following the children's disappearance. Investigators were inundated with tips from the public and witnesses who claimed to have seen the children, but each lead eventually ran dry. Multiple eyewitnesses saw the Beaumont children playing in the sprinklers at the Collie Reserve with a tall, blonde, thin-faced man who looked to be in his mid-30s. Police searched for the identity of this man in the months and years following the disappearance, but he was never found. More than 30 years later, in 1998, links were made to an alleged child murderer and serial sex offender Arthur Stanley Brown, who fit the description of a blonde, thin-faced man. He had been arrested and charged with the 1970 murders of the Mackay sisters on the Findlers Highway in Queensland. He was 86 at the time of his arrest, and his picture was everywhere in the media. His likeness to the police sketch was undeniable. South Australian police investigated this lead but could not find any concrete evidence to suggest that he was involved with the disappearance of the Beaumont children, or that he was even in Adelaide at the time. Nearly 50 years later, a new suspect In 2013, a high-profile media investigation named a local Adelaide businessman, Harry Phipps, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, as a potential suspect. He was accused by his son Hayden, who was 15 years old when the children went missing, and he claims he saw them at his family home in Glenelg. What? The Phipps home was just up the road from the Collie Reserve where the Beaumont children were seen playing with a man in the sprinklers. 2 workers also came forward saying Mr. Phipps had paid them to dig a hole at his factory site in the days following 26th of January 1966. This information led to the search of the new Castelloy factory in the suburb of North Plimpton, which used to be owned by Phipps. The search failed to uncover anything. Police returned in 2018 and excavated the site, but again did not find anything linking the site to the missing children. In 1966, police began their search by looking at the beach surrounding areas and nearby buildings, thinking the children had lost track of time. When they were not located, the search area expanded to include the airport, rail lines, and interstate roads. Police received reports of possible sightings all over Adelaide in the days and weeks following the disappearance. At the time, all searches would have been tracked manually, making it very difficult to follow up every possible sighting and to know what ground had already been covered. With modern GIS technology, maps highlighting key locations can help focus a missing person search by flagging possible sightings and nearby travel hubs. On there, it's such a big area to cover. Traffic data can also be used to map common routes away from the area and links to interstate roads. In modern missing persons investigations, police and volunteers can be equipped with field applications that feed data into a centralized map, allowing for searches of suburbs, cities, and individual blocks to be systematically carried out and tracked in real time. Information collected off-site is instantly fed into a dashboard that is accessible from anywhere. If these children went missing today, police and volunteers could begin the search with key locations the children visited, and then expand outwards, adding notes, files, and images with relevant information to assist the investigation. New innovations in technology include mass amber alerts, CCTV, mobile phone tracking, and GIS software have improved law enforcement's ability to catch predators quickly. And this is all the information we have of the Beaumont children. So, two possible what's the word I'm trying to think of? Oh god, there we go. Two possible suspects, but no concrete evidence. What I would like to know is it the Phipps and his son saw the kids at his house? Why was this not picked up before? In interesting, but I mean, how do 3 kids just go missing? I mean, how does anyone just disappear? It's a bit like that Jay Slater case that's happening on at the moment. He's gone. He's vanished in Tenerife. Kind of vanished without a trace. Like how does this happen? Those poor kids. I mean, it just makes you terrified of. I mean, nowadays, like the article said that there's better technology, so police can not work smarter, but the technology works with them, and they're able to put maps and track locations they've been and the possible places they could be and the possible routes and all that. It's all worked out a lot quicker, so you're not having to worry about it. And that's the thing in missing people's cases, is that you have to strike whilst the iron is hot, because obviously the more time you leave it, the more time the trail can get cold. So yeah, you need the evidence whilst it's still fresh. But it does make me scared. I'm especially for my nieces. But this is why we don't leave kids alone. But it is. It does make you think, like, did they end up living a whole different life, or were they killed? But then no bodies have never been found, so there's no closure. There's just nothing. They're just gone. And if they were killed, no one's been caught. But I don't think. Let's see. I don't think it was solved. Let's have a look. So I've just had a quick Google just to make sure it hasn't been solved, and I've not found out. But it says, despite the massive search effort, the children were never found, and their disappearance remains a mystery to this day. The Beaumont case is notable for its impact on Australian society and law enforcement. Their father died on the 9th. Their father died on April 9th, and their mother died in 2019. Oh, well. They'll never know what's happened to their children. That's so sad. But they would have been, to be fair, their parents would have been quite old. I forgot, it's 1966. Oh God, how could you, as a parent, how could you go on not knowing what happened to your children? You couldn't, well, they carried on, but oh my God. That's sad, so sad. Well, thank you very much for the suggestion of this case. It's It's heartbreaking to know it's not solved and that the case is cold. And it's sad that the parents never knew what happened to their children. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you found this video to be interesting. I hope you found it to be relaxing. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and do all the YouTubey things. And yeah, if you've got any cases again that you would like me to cover, then don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye guys.